I would say this beaver is here. That one there, the big tree. All those chips are on top of the fallen leaves, so it's really fresh. That one, like I say, that's a big tree there. The trouble I have with this spot, it's right on the river on the edge of town, and the steelhead season this year is supposed to be the best steelhead run in about 7 years. So there's a lot of people down here fishing, which I'm not really worried about the people so much as I am them bringing their dog along. I don't want to catch somebody's dog. Why, some of these trees are just barely holding on. First wind that comes, they're going to fall if the beaver doesn't do it first. This spot last year, I caught 2 beaver out of here, and I had a difficulty. The game warden showed up at my house in March. I think it was March. I don't remember now. Anyway, he showed up at my house wanting to give me a ticket for not checking my traps. And I told him I do check my traps. And it might have been after the season closed in April. Anyway, somebody found a dead beaver that had my trap on its foot. Now what happened, I had it over here. I'll show you here in a second the spot. But I had it on a slide wire. And somehow or another, that beaver had broken off that slide wire and got away with my trap on its foot. And the funniest thing about it was that I saw that beaver. I come over here to check my trap, and here he is sitting on the bank, and he dove into the water, and I thought, well, that'll work. He'll be done for here in a little bit, and I'll just come back and get him and get my trap. Well, I didn't realize that he had broken the wire, and when I came back to get him, he was gone, the trap was gone, the wire was still there, what was left of it. So I came back up here. Last year, it was right here. Last year, the river must have been higher because it was a lot deeper than this. Right now, I could probably almost walk across there. But last year, the water was clear up to about here. And he dove off down into here and was gone. Well, I came back with a hook on a rope, and I dredged the river trying to hook the chain or hook the beaver or get him back somehow. Never did get him back. Somewhere down here I had a brake drum that I was using for a weight. I never got it back either. It's in the water here somewhere. But anyway, somebody had found that beaver with my trap on it, my trap tag, called the game warden. The game warden was kind of mad. I explained to him what happened, and he finally told me, well, I'll just give you a warning. And I told him, a warning for what? I mean, the wire broke. It's nothing I did wrong, and I'm gonna, next year, if I trap that spot, I'll do it exactly the same way as I did this year. It just was equipment failure. So he finally agreed, and he gave me back my trap, and that was the end of that. But this year, I think I'm going to go to some cable slides instead of the wire I've been using. I've trapped beaver forever, caught well over 100 of them, I bet, and I've only lost one other because of that. I had one other one break the wire, but really 2 is too many. I don't like that. Anyway, I don't know. Go back over here and see where that beaver has been coming in and out. He might be in the, probably has to be in the main river. This side channel is pretty dry, really. He's been chewing on that one too. The water level was much higher last year because this big pile of sticks was kind of a beaver house. This hole right here, I caught a beaver right there last year in a conibear. And it's way, let's see, back up here. It'd be way up here. It's way above the water line this year. Here is a branch butt forward that's been pulled by a beaver down to the water line. There's no stump here, so he didn't cut that here. He cut it over there somewhere and drug it over. So I'm guessing if I were to put a trap probably right in here, I don't see a real clear trail. There's kind of somewhat of one here. I'll bet you that's where they're coming in and out of the water from. But, like I said, this spot, pretty popular place to go fishing. If it wasn't for that, I would put a trap here. I don't have any of my morning trap signs with me today. Let's see, he's been chewing right there. I know he's here now. I can hold off probably a little while, and maybe if it snows again I can get a little clearer picture of just where it is he's coming in and out of the water at. Like I say, I probably worry too much, but I love my dogs. I sure don't want to catch somebody else's. I don't know if you can see it under the glare, but a muskrat run right here, kind of a tunnel, goes in underneath the bank. He's probably living up in here, but it doesn't look fresh. I think that's an old one. For sure one here, at least one. I don't see anything that looks really fresh as far as like a frozen slide coming up out of the water. A lot of times, you know, when they come out of the water, they're wet, and so a lot of times you can see a kind of a little icy trail up through the out of the water, up through the brush. And when there's enough snow here in places, that kind of seems like you should be able to see a wet spot, you know, where the snow's been melted and whatnot. There's really no real clear trail where they've been coming and going out of the water. Like I said, the threat of catching someone's dog is pretty tight here. The threat of catching somebody's dog is a little more than what I want to deal with. So I'm going to hold off on this place. But I know he's here. I'll get him here. Just not today. So anyway, guess I'll fight my way back through the brush and head on home. But not very many traps, but that's a start. I'll bet you anything I'll have a muskrat or two tomorrow. So thank you for watching, and have a great day. See you tomorrow, folks. We're trapping. Very small trap line so far, but it's a start. See ya.